Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to build a roped bridge that is scaled for minifigures for today's Lego brick tutorial. Let's begin with an example terrain for our rope bridge, starting with a 6x12 plate. Off to the right, we're going to place a 1x4 plate, followed by a pair of 1x2 plates. Then I'm going to proceed on with a 1x4 brick, and along the top, a pair of 2x4 bricks. And then right there on the left, a 2x2 brick. And then we're going to wrap around with a pair of 2x4 bricks. In this area right here, we're going to build up a step. So I'm going to place a 1x4 brick right here and a 2x4 plate in this area. Then I'm going to surround that with a pair of 1x4 bricks. And on the top, 3 2x4 bricks. Now we're going to start on the left-hand side in the back. We're going to place down a 1x3 25-degree slope and a 1x6 brick, followed by another 1x3 25-degree slope. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to start on the left with a 1x3 slope, 1x6 brick, and a 1x3 slope. Set down a 2x4 plate right on top of the 2x4 brick in this area on the left-hand side, and I want to skip 2 studs on the top. We're going to place a set of 1x2 jumper plates and a set of modified 1x1 plates with top holder. Place those right there. Now we want to note the size of this opening. This is going to be used to attach our roped bridge. Let's make 2 of these. For the center portion of our rope bridge, start with a 1x2 plate with stick. I'm going to take another one of these modified 1x2 plates with stick. I'm going to place this on top of the 1x2 plate with stick. Yes, we're going to be using a lot of these. Set that right there. Then I'm going to slide in another 1x2 plate with stick right here. And we're going to take one of these type of 1x2 plates with stick, place this on the bottom portion. Then I'm going to take 4 of these little skeleton arms. We're going to place these on the ends of our stick. So I'm going to place 2 here. I'm going to place 2 on the other side. Now it doesn't matter which way these face, but for me I'm going to have these where the bow is sticking outward. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to place a 2x2 glider plate right in the center. This is going to help lock together our joints. Make sure that's all mushed down. For the remaining links of our rope bridge, we're going to take a 1x2 modified plate with stick. We're going to take this modified 1x2 plate with stick. We're going to place this on top, like so. Then I'm going to take one of these modified 1x2 plates with 2 holders. I'm going to slide this on the other side. Then I'm going to take another modified 1x2 plate with stick, place this right here. And we're going to take 4 more skeleton arms, and we're going to place these on our plates with stick. And you want these to face the middle section of our bridge. And then I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to lock all this together with a 2x2 shoe glider plate. This will keep our joints nice and secure. We're going to make 6 of these. Let's assemble our walk path. So I'm going to take my center link. I'm going to take 3 of these links right here. I'm just going to simply snap these in place. So I'm going to place 3 on the right and 3 on the left. And no, don't. If you're expecting a speed build, no. We're going to do this all by hand because something may fall apart here. It's a rope bridge. We got to make it as rickety as possible. You may want to hold down on these while you're snapping these together. For the handrail for our rope bridge, take a 22 length flexible tube. I'm going to take some of these modified sticks that take a 3.2 shaft. I want to place these on both ends. I'm just going to put these on both ends like so, and you want these to face in the same direction. Now, how do you put these on here? It's a little bit tricky. Now, I may bump into the camera several times doing this, but I'm going to try to line this up here to where both my ends are pretty equal, and then I want to press this right in the middle. And you're only going to get pretty much one shot at this. This is going to be the critical part here. I'm just going to lock that in there, right inside the skeleton hands. And then you're just going to have to walk this thing in. So I'm just going to grab one end and just slowly kind of push that in there like that. Just kind of put that in. Now, if you do make a mistake, I'll show you how to fix it, because even I've done this when I was doing the rough draft of this build. And just gonna slowly work those in there. And well, it looks like it's pretty even. Now, before we start messing with it, we're going to do this other side too, and it helps if you keep these flat like this when we start. Now, lining up the second one, because you're going to make two of these, you're going to have to do the same thing here too. So don't depend on the ends here. I've learned my lesson when I was doing this. So I'm going to see here, right about there looks pretty good. And I'm just going to push those in here. And this tutorial's not for the faint of heart, as it feels like a lot of things are going to come apart. We're going to slowly push these in here on this tube. And this is a tutorial you want to take your time on. You know, if you're building this for a project, and slowly get that tube inside those hands. Yeah, it's kind of weird using skeleton arms for a bridge. And there we go. It's always the last one's tough. Now I want to fold these up here to make it look more like a bridge. So we're just going to do this, and just do it very slow. You're not in no big hurry to get that in there. Okay. And we're going to do this side too. And it just swings right up. Now, if you notice, the bridge is pretty straight, and that's not what I want. How do you make this thing warped, where it's kind of sagging down? So what I'm going to do, and you don't want to just bend this. That's very bad. So I'm just going to slowly kind of push these in this way. And I'm going to work my way on this side here and push these this way. Okay. Now you can see it's starting to sag in the middle. So remember, this is our middle one. I'm going to leave that one stationary. And I'm just going to slowly push these in. Okay. Same thing on this side here too. Okay. And then kind of just push it down just gently. Make sure everything's locked in place. Now, as you can see, now the bridge is kind of bowed down a bit, like it's got a little bit of weight, but you don't want to press on this because these will come undone here. And that's pretty much the critical area of the rope bridge. Now for the anchors to attach our rope bridge to our terrain, we're going to start with a pair of 2x3 plates. We're going to place these side by side and lock those together with a 2x4 brick. Then I'm going to set a set of 1x1 angler headlight bricks right in the center, followed by a pair of 1x1 bricks to fill in these two areas. Then a 2x4 flat tile right over our angler headlight bricks, and a set of 1/4 round 1x1 flat tiles. This is going to finish up the corners. And in these two areas, a set of 1x2 45-degree slopes. For the ties of our bridge, start with a 1x1 brick with 2 opposing studs. I'm going to place some hollow round studs on the studs. Place one on both ends. And a set of holder with stick. I want to place these inside our 3.2 openings. Now what I want to do is leave a little bit of slack in here. That's why I'm using these, so when we put our bridge together, we can adjust these as needed. And I want to crown off the top here with a round 1x1 flat tile. We're going to make 2 of these, and I want to place these right on top of our 1x2 slopes. Sure, our hands are facing perpendicular to our tiles. Then I'm going to take another set of holders with stick. I'm going to place these inside of the angular headlight bricks. So if we need to adjust something, we can easily just pull these out or push them in. Let's make 2 of these. Let's take one of our end anchors. I'm going to place this stick inside these holders. So I'm just going to plop that in, and then we're just going to swing this here. We're going to line everything up, and we're going to snap these right inside the sticks with holders. So this is where things get a bit critical here. You may want to start with one, just kind of work this other one in here, and then we're just going to swing it in place. And yes, you're going to have to do that on the other side too. We'll do that one real quick. So just snap this inside the sticks with holder. Just set your thumb right in there and just kind of push that in place. And as you can see, these don't quite line up, so you can just do this right here, and we can swing that down in there. You may have to manipulate a little bit. And once you kind of get everything situated, then you can just push those in, and there's our rope bridge assembly. Now if everything went well, this section here should fit right in this 3x4 opening. So I'm just going to set this down in here. I'm just going to press right inside, and we're just going to attach that tile and those 2x3 plates right inside. And the same thing on this side right here. And the span in the middle is 26 studs. So that's pretty much a lot of space. And there you go. For our final ties for our rope bridge, we're going to take one of these 2 stud long sticks with flange. I'm going to take a set of stick with 3.2 hole. I'm going to place these as shown to where the sticks are facing up in the same direction, and then I'm going to make 4 of these. Take 2 of them, I'm going to stick these in our sticks with holders, and I'm just going to swing these down. Now if things don't line up, you can always readjust. So I can just wiggle these a little bit and just push it down in there, and that's all there is to it. See how this one is just not fitting in right? Just going to wiggle and jiggle until things fit in. And there's that one right there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And we'll stick those in there. Okay, we'll push that down, wiggle and jiggle a little bit. Sometimes you may have to fight it to get it to fit in there. And things are really starting to snug up. Push the stick in here a bit. Now if it doesn't fit all the way, you're going to have to push your sticks in. There you go. And there's our roped bridge. And as I mentioned before, you do have 26 studs of space in here, and it is a very sturdy bridge. Nothing came apart. It's pretty sound, and despite of it being a rope bridge, it's scaled for minifigures.